take a look in your rearview mirror. It's CARMAN.
Man, 8,000,001 cars in the city and only 8 million parking spaces. Well, would you look at that? Aren't we special? Man, he must be a total jerk. I guess I could leave him a note, but do you think he'd really learn anything by that? Really? Think about it. Too cool for me, huh? We wouldn't want anyone to scratch our bitchin' little sports car, would we? Now, no one can park. Selfish a-hole.
Big bully. Thinks he's king of the parking lot.
Look at that SOB. What kind of selfish creep could take advantage of poor disabled people?
Hi, this is Rob Pratt, and I want to share some advice that helped me get my concept and story up and running. First off, let me point out that there are many, many ways to tell a story. There is no particular right or wrong approach, but out of all of the advice I've been given in my career, my favorite came from John Voorhis. The idea is to think in very basic terms. Think simple. Think primal. Since we were cavemen, story was meant to impart a knowledge or a truth, a lesson that has been learned by the storyteller, and now that storyteller is sharing the experience so we can all learn from it as well. That is the whole point of your story, your theme. What did you learn from your experience? How did you change? How did you grow? Find your theme and break your story down into 3 simple parts. The beginning, where you set up the characters and situation, the middle, where the character is introduced to the theme, and the end, when the character decides to accept the theme. Stay on target. Everything in your story should support your theme. Okay, I'm the big Superman fan, right? So I'll give an example for why I love the story from Superman the movie so much. The climax of the story is when Superman has to make a decision on whether or not he should save Lois Lane from dying in an earthquake. His Kryptonian father, Jor-El, tells him that he cannot interfere with human history, while his adopted Earth father, Jonathan Kent, tells him that he is here for a reason. In its most basic form, it's the story of an immigrant that comes from another place and must choose between his own heritage or to assimilate to his new home. Superman, being such an American icon, chooses the American philosophy over his heritage. Once you identify this as the clear theme, you can easily see how the rest of the story shows Superman as a character torn between 2 worlds. Think of your favorite stories. Does the main character get introduced to a theme? What is the climax to the story? What did the main character learn from their experience, and how did they grow? When you know how your story will end, it's much easier to figure out where the story begins, because your character should be as far removed from the theme as possible. Will CARMAN learn a lesson and grow? Please tune in until the very end to find out. Oh, and when coming up with the concept for your story, the first rule of writing is to write what you know. I live in Los Angeles and deal with road rage on a daily basis, so when I've created CARMAN, I'm telling a story from my perspective on things. Again, this is just one of many approaches to story, but it is my favorite because it's so simple. I encourage you all to tell your story from your point of view. And try not to lose the point, like that grandfather we all knew that sets about to tell you one story, then veers off on all kinds of tangents that have nothing to do with the point. Keep it tight, Keep it simple and keep it primal. Please join the Road Rage community by following CARMAN, the Road Rage Antihero, on Facebook. Post photos of drivers that piss you off, submit fan art, write in with your own Road Rage stories, and visit my store where I have animation drawings and CARMAN t-shirts for sale.